Your coach obviously up big in the first half, and just another game can't close it out. What do you feel like wasn't working? I know obviously the offensive fouls on some screens, but was this more on?
That's an excuse for anybody who wants to feel sorry for us. Period. We had a 10-point second quarter because we missed shots and we let offense dictate how we're going to play. That's what's messed up the second quarter. And down the stretch, we have unbelievably poor finish. We got open shots. We got shots, missing shots under the basket. It's just poor execution and poor finishing. That's it. We scored 97 points. We shot 37% from the field. At some point, you just have to finish out games and understand what it takes to be a really good team is consistency, period. And that's the deal.
Coach, just to follow that up with Aiden, you talk about missing shots close. I know we only took 7 good. Right.
We had wide open threes. We missed them. We had layups under the basket. We missed consistency. Until this team understands consistency for 4 quarters, we're going to feel like this a lot. We can try to get everybody to feel sorry for us. It ain't going to work. We got to be consistent. This is on us, period.
Thanks, Coach.
Anybody else want to ask me a question, it's going to be the same thing. Whatever you ask me, I'm going to say consistent. That's it.
I'm good then, Coach.
Anybody else?
Coach, on the looks, you said you guys got open looks. Was it a matter of, when you're looking at the movement of the ball, I guess is what I'm getting at. Was that – were you happy with that?
Not consistent. The ball's not moving around the gym enough. We're in one action shot. It's easy to guard. Not consistent.
Yeah, Chris, just had on Coach. The coach was obviously upset, and just your assessment of the game. I mean, what happened tonight?
Yeah, they just executed better down the stretch. We're not playing well enough right now. I'm not gonna say we're not good enough. We're just not playing well enough right now. So.
And I know Devin's out, but why do you think you guys aren't playing well right now? I know we talked about building and trying to figure it out, but why?
Yeah, we play in spurts. If I knew exactly why, sure, we wouldn't be losing. You know what I mean? So I had a good look down the stretch to tie the game up, and we just play well in spurts. And I think the other thing is we got to respect who we playing against. You know what I mean? Every night, respect the other opponent. They get paid just like we do, so. Luckily, we get another crack at it tomorrow, and we still got a ways to go.
Next up is Nick King with Channel 3, Channel 5, and then Brendan Clean.
Chris, it felt like after they go on the big run to end the first half and then to open the third quarter, that you had almost had enough and wanted to take things into your own hands. Is that the way you were feeling at that point?
No, I'm just trying to figure it out too. A lot of times I can be kind of passive or whatnot, but just trying to figure out how we can win, because the losing stuff get old.
Next is Brendan Clean with Forbes.
Hey, Chris, the primary message from Coach was just about consistency. Is that what you would kind of say as well? Just some things are happening, but not over 48 minutes the way they need to? Yeah, we play really well in spurts. We defend in spurts. We push the tempo in spurts. Then at some point in the game, we just started turning the ball over, myself included. So I don't know, I'm going to go home, look at the game, see what we can be ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, Jay, I'm not even going to delay this. What happened tonight?
We had some miscommunications down the stretch, and it cost us the game. We just wasn't on the same page. And that's pretty much it, lack of communication. We didn't receive well from our coaching staff, and we didn't apply it late game, and it cost us a game. It cost us a few possessions.
And, you and I have talked about DeAndre and what's expected of him, and I know he only got 7 shots, but how would you assess his play tonight?
It wasn't just him, but I just felt like we were all trying to figure it out on the fly with not a lot of communication. And it affected everybody. It affected the whole group. And I just feel like we got to do a better job, Chris and I, and we got to do a better job of just being vocal and making sure everybody's on the same page. I feel like we assume a lot. We assume that we're on the same page a lot, and it's just not the case, especially with a new group. It's just we're a new team, and however it cuts, we're trying to figure it out. With limited practice time, limited training camp, I mean, we're just trying to figure it out. And we're a few games in now to know that when you don't communicate well, when you're not on the same page, it's gonna cost you games every night. So until we figure it out, I guess it's the same results.
And just really quick, just a quick follow. Did you get that kind of explanation on the screens on why you were getting called for offensive fouls on those?
I mean, he was saying I wasn't set. I'm just setting I was setting the screens the same way I always set them, but I can see one, but two, I'm not going to keep doing it. You know, I just feel like, you know, Ed, I mean, he called it, so that's just what it is. I don't want to lose my money, but
right,
you know, got to live with it.
Next is Brendan Clean with Forbes, and then Dave King.
Hey, Jay, when you say miscommunication, is that just play calls or defensive changes, or what kinds of things do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that. I mean, receiving it from our coaching staff and applying it to the court. We have a lapse there, and it's not something that it happens all the time, but it has happened more than it should, you know, with the professional team. So, and it's simple. It can be fixed very easily, but it just takes a little bit of when you're fatigued or whenever you're thinking about something else in the game, you just got to lock in on whatever you got to receive and apply it to the court. I just feel like there's been plenty of times where we're just not on the same page with all five guys on the court or with the message that's coming from our coaching staff. And I just feel like it's very simple. And obviously we're talking about it now and we got to apply it. We got to just apply it, take it one game at a time and just try to get better at it. But it definitely cost us some games and it cost us to close out a few games as of late.
Next is Dave King with Bright Side of the Sun.
Jay, what do you think happens in the fourth? You guys are developing it happens a lot in the fourth quarter where your performance is a little bit less than the first three. Is it the other team is locking down more and forcing you into third and fourth actions, or is it just guys are trying too hard to make the big shot? What do you think is happening in the fourth specifically?
Well, first we got to find out what we can do to close games as a group. What group does well at certain stuff, and then from there we got to apply it. Obviously, yeah, in late games, sometimes you do have to go to your second and third option. It's not going to be the first option in that play, especially if we put random play 10 times up until that point. So that's on us. It's not a coaching staff thing. That's really the players figuring that out while they're on the court. And I just feel like in meaningful basketball games, when you try to close out games, it's going to be tough. But at the same time, it takes a lot of mental latitude to just register it and continue to work the offense. I feel like sometimes we do get stagnant. We do put a lot of pressure on our ball handlers, whether it be Chris or Devin. And we got to give those guys different looks, and we got to cut for them, and we got to be ready to shoot when the ball comes, or just be aggressive just to make the play. So I just feel like as the guys continue to watch film and try to get better at it, we can definitely try to help one another out on that end, just plan through the action and trying to execute the best way possible. But that's on the guys that's closing the game totally.
Final question is Gina Mizell with Suns.com.
Hey, Jay, Monty was pretty demonstrative when he just came in and spoke to us. I'm not going to ask you what goes on behind closed doors after a game, but just it was that reflected in just the conversation, just post game, just overall as a group as well.
Yeah, coach did what he's supposed to do. This game is on us. Simple as put. We let this one go. It's one of them games you look back at the end of the season, like if it come down to it, you wish you had it back. Hopefully it don't come down to that. Hopefully we figure it out and we get some games going our way and we just get back to where we need to be. But it's definitely on the players. It's not a coaching staff thing. It's just we dropped the ball tonight. And luckily the good thing about this league, you got a couple hours you get to redeem yourself. So we should rest up and try to get this next one. But we feel like crap right now. Coach did a good job of letting us know we played like crap, and it's just up to us to respond.